Hello student and welcome. My name is Anidra Katiyar, Professor Anidra Katiyar. Uh, my department is Computer Science and Engineering and I am from Sagar Institute of Science, Technology and Research, Ratibad, Bhopal. Uh, we will see in this video what are the panel's provisions in Indian IT Act 2000. First introduction. The enactment of the Indian Information Technology Act 2000 may be stated to be India's modest beginning in the field of cyberspace. This initiative may be called appropriate and in time as India is now being recognized as one of the world leaders in the field of information technology. However, there is a need to cover more and more cyber activities under the purview of cyber laws. The problem may be solved by bringing necessary amendments in the Indian penal codes is per changing facets of cyber crimes. There is need of legislative attention in the area of data protection. Also, such legislative actions are necessary for the sake of protection of Indian computer and internet users, including Indian organizations, companies, businesses, and firms and individuals, along with the right of privacy. And the Indian Act is based on model of means governs mainly the e-commerce. The Act does not focus its attention towards the various form of cybercrime. The major issue covered under the provisions of Acts is follow. First, establish rule which recognize the validate, extract, uh, extracted and executed through electronic medium. Covers default rule for contract creation and governance of e-contracts performance. Provide the definition and characteristics of the valid electronic writing and original documents. Contains provisions for the recognitions of the electronic signature for legal and commercial purpose. And last point is the recognizes the admission of computer evidence in court and arbitrations proceeding. Actually, the law has been created because digital technologies and a new communication system have made dramatic changes in our lives. The business transaction now is increasingly being made with the help of computer and internet. The common masses and businesses community is increasingly using computers to create, transmit, and store information in electronic form instead of traditional papers documents. The information stored in electronic form is not only cheaper but easier to store, retrieve, and speed, speeder, speeder to the communicate. People were aware about these advantages, but they were still reluctant to conduct business and transaction in the electronic form because there was lack of legal framework. Traditionally, many legal provisions recognize only um, paper based and now we are directly coming to the means sections, panel, and penalties. First section is section 44A, means panel provision is failure of furnish any documents, return of reports to the certifying authority. Maximum penalty is means rupees 1 lakh and 50,000. Section 44 what say Section 44 of the Act prescribed certain legal formalities and state that if any person who is required under this Act or any rules of regulation met the re-under of furnish return, maintain book accounts, etc. The said provisions are first 44A furnish any document, return or report to the controller of certifying authorities, fails to furnish the same, he shall be liable to penalty not exceeding 1,15,000 rupees for each such failure. And the section 44b files any return or furnish any information, books or other document within time specified therefore in the regulations, fails to file, return or furnish the same within time specified therefore in the regulation, he shall be liable to a penalty not exceeding 5,000 rupees for every day during which such failure continues. And section 44c means what is this? This is maintain book of account or records, fails to maintain the same, he shall be liable he shall be liable mm, he shall be liable to a penalty not exceeding than 1,000 rupees for every day during which the failure continues. Now we are now I am coming on section 45. uh, Section 45, just a minute. 45, this is act provides the whoever contravenes any rules or regulation much under this act for the contravention of which no penalty has been separately provided shall be liable to pay a compensation not exceeding 25,000 rupees to the person affected by such contraventions or a penalty not exceeding 25,000 rupees according to the provisions contained in section 46 and 47 of the act. Only officer appointed under the act can adjudicates on these penalties or compensation on the basis of following factors taken in consideration. Point 1, the amount means to unfair advantage is in when quantified matter is result of the defaults. Number B, the amount of loss caused by any person is a result of the defaults, the repeated nature of defaults. Now means another means section is 65. What this section say? Means tampering with computer source documents. Whoever knowingly or intentionally conceals, destroys or alters the orientationally or knowingly causes another of conceal, destroy or alter any computer source code used for a computer program, computer system or computer network when the computer code is required to be kept or maintained by the time being enforced shall be punishable with imprisonment up to 3 years or with which may exceed it up to the 2 lakh rupees or both. And now section is 66. We will discuss I will discuss the section 66. What this section says means define the offenses of hacking with computer system under the provision of this section. Whoever with means intend to cause or knowing that he is likely to cause wrongful loss or damage to the public or any personal destroys or person destroys or alter any information residing in a computer resource or diminishes its value or utility or affects it injuriously by any means, commits shaking in, whoever commits hacking shall be punished with imprisonments up to 3 years, with fine which may extend up to the 2 lakh rupees or both. There is, however, some difficulties between the offense of hacking is defined in section 66 and another defined in section 43 of that act. In the case of farmer, the knowledge and intentions is necessary to constitute the offense, whereas in the latter form of the offense, no such mens rea is necessary to constitute an offense. Section 43 strictly restricts the unauthorized access to computer material, and section 66 attract offense when such access is made with the intent to cause or with the knowledge that he is likely to cause loss or damage by an action. Now I am coming on the section 66. uh, what is the section 66? uh, the section 66 says of the act make publication of information which is obscene in electronic form an offense. According to these provisions, whoever publishes or transmits or causes to be published in electronic form any material which is appeals to the prurient interest of its effect and such as to tend to deprive and corrupt persons who are likely having regards to all relevant circumstances to read, to see or hear the matter contained or embodied in it shall be punished on first convictions with imprisonments of either description of a term which may extend to 5 years and with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, and in the event of second or subsequent convictions with imprisonment of either descriptions for a term which may extend to 10 years and also with fine which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. The section covers the cybercrimes such as child pornography existing in cyberspace. And section 70. Section 70, what is this and what section says? Section 70 of Act restricts similar type of ACs. Government is empowered by section to declare any computer system or computer network to be protected system by publishing a notification in official gazette. The government may further pass an order in writing and authorize the person who may access to such protected system. If any persons or person secures or attempt to secure access to such protected systems without the authority from the government, he shall be, according to section 70 of the Act, punishes with imprisonment either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall be liable to time. The section does not provide any upper limit of the fine that can be imposed for the offense of unauthorized access to a computer system. According to the provisions of the section, even an attempt to treat it as one offense with equal gravity, these provisions intend to check the case of computer espionage, and such other offense made against the protected system and sensitive data. Espionage, uh, data, espionage of the sensitive data. And now section I am coming on section 70. Just wait a minute. A section 70 of Act restricted similar type of assets. Government is 70 discussed. Section 72. Section 72. Now I am coming to the section 72. This is 72. Offense of breach of confidentiality and privacy according to section 72. Act save is means otherwise provided in this act or any other law for the time being in force. If any person who is a pursuance of any of the powers conferred under this act, rule or regulations made the re-under has means secured access to any electronic record, book, register, correspondence, informations, documents, or other material without the consent of the person concerned and discloses such electronic records, books, registers, correspondence, information, documents, or other material to any other person shall be punished with imprisonment of a term which may extend to 10 years or with fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees or both. And now I am coming to section 73. What this section says? This section says that a person shall publish a digital signature, certificate, or otherwise make it available to any person with the knowledge that the certifying authority listed in the certificates has not issued it, or the subscriber listed in certificate has not accepted it, or the certificate has not been revoked or suspended unless such publication is for the purpose of verifying a digital signature created prior to such suspension over or revocations. A person who contravenes the provisions of subsections shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 10 years or with fine which extend to 1 lakh rupees with or both. And this is the means section of Indian IT Act 2000, and there are so many sections exist, like section number 74, and other section also exist, section 70. uh, so if you want to means study or these extra sections, then you can means prefer the book I have mentioned in the reference. This is the Law on Cyber Crimes along with IT Acts and Relevant Rules by P.K. Singh. It is good book, and you can refer this book for further readings. uh, and thank you for watching this video. Thank you.